Hi boys and girls, welcome back. Today we're going to learn about the letter O. In your packet or your bucket, you're going to need to find your ABC chart, and then you're also going to need to find the paper packet, the one that has the letter O and the number 2. Remember, you're supposed to be writing your name on the back of this paper every day that we have school. And I would also like you to, every day that we should have school, put your letters on your chart or match your numbers to your chart. Are you ready? All right, first of all, the letter O looks a lot like the shape circle or oval. It depends on how you write it. These O's look like circles. The O's that I made on your paper looks more like an oval. An O is one of those letters that's called a vowel, which means it has more than one sound. It can either say ah, as in octopus or October, or it can say O, like oval or ocean. In preschool, we're only going to really talk about the short vowel sound of ah. And the way we make the sign is you take your fingers, your 4 fingers, and put them together with your thumb, and you make an O, or a circle, but it's an O right now. Put it up to your ear and say ah. O says ah, ah, octopus. If we were doing the long sound, we would say O says O, as in oval. All right, hands up, and let's do our signs. Ready? A says apple. B says bunny. C says cook. D says doll. E says elephant. F says fish. G says goat. H says hippo. I says inchworm. J says jungle. K says kangaroo. L says lion. M says monkey. N says nurse. And O says octopus. Now let's count, and we're going to use the calendar, which you may remember we use the calendar to keep track of time as in days. If you have a certain day you have to be somewhere, you might write it on your calendar. It isn't November anymore, it's now December. And December is a month when we have Christmas towards the end of the month. And the seasons will also change. It won't be fall or autumn in a few weeks. In a few weeks it will be winter. And when I say few, I mean 3 or 4. If I would have said it will be winter in a couple of weeks, I would have meant 2 weeks. But it's in a few weeks it will be winter. All right, let's begin counting. And we're going to count all the way to the end of the month, which will be 31. Are you ready? Watch me as I write the numbers and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, oops, messed that one up, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, you know what comes next? 31. And when we say 30, we sort of stick our tongue out. 30. All right. Let's move on with our shapes. Try to beat me. Try to say the shapes before I say them. Square. Triangle. Nothing. Diamond or rhombus. Heart. Circle. Hexagon. Oval. Rectangle. Star. Very nice. All right, and let's move on to our getting ready to read or phonemic awareness. I say two words, they rhyme, thumbs up. If they don't rhyme, thumbs down. I say them, you repeat them or say them after me. Ran, fan. Yes, they rhyme. Through, blue. Town, frown. Stare, hair. Yes. Up, do. No, they don't rhyme. Up, pup. Do, sue. They rhyme. All right, two words, and then we say the beginning sound. I say them, then you repeat them. Right, red, ruh. Tin, table, t. Down, dirt, duh. Hug, heat, h. Geese, get, guh. Now the two sounds that make up a word, say ruh and ran. Say guh, own, gown, like a nightgown. Cuh, at, cat. Duh, og, dog. Cuh, id, kid. Now the middle sound. Rack, ah. Tin, I. With, I. Lock, ah. Cut, Now we say the word and then the two sounds. Say hug, huh, ug, hug. Say town, t, own, town. For, f, or, for. Night, n, it, night. Leap, l, eep, leap. What does it mean to leap? Jump. When you leap, you jump. I'm going to take down the calendar so I can put up Wee Willie Winkie, which is this week's poem, and I don't have it on the big paper. So we'll just use the one just like your coloring book. And then when you're finished with this today, you can color it as nicely as you can. And remember, we're learning not to just scribble, but to color nicely so that it looks sort of like it would look like in the real world. All right, today I'm just going to read the poem to you. Wee Willie Winkie. First of all, what does it mean when something's wee? It means it's really, really small. For instance, this letter O is wee compared to these letter O's. It's much smaller, so it's wee. All right, I'll read it. You just listen today. Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. Rapping at the window and crying through the lock, are the children all in bed? For now it's 8 o'clock. And when you rap at a window, it means you knock. You rap. The word rap also could mean like you wrap presents, or maybe someone does a song that's called a rap. But this kind of rap is knocking. All right. Today we're going to review using the 10 frame. Do you remember how many spaces are on the top row? 5. Do you remember how many spaces are on the bottom row? 5. That means if I take a few counters and put them all along the top row, I'm putting these circles on the red side. How many do I have up here? 5. And you don't have to count them because you know from me telling you and you using these in the classroom, you know that if one whole row or one whole side is covered, it's 5. Okay, so put 5 in your head. And now I'm going to put one more circle at the bottom. How many do I have now? Did you say 6? If you said 6, that's amazing because you just have to think in your head, if that's 5 and I put one more, then it's going to be 6 because 6 comes right after 7 or right after 5. If I put one more up there, I just told the answer, didn't I? Now how many do I have? 7. You don't have to count them. You just think 5, 6, 7. Now you have 7 in your head. You know there's 7 up here. I put one more. Now how many are up here? 8. If I put one more, now I have 9, and I don't have any more circles, but if I put that up there, how many circles are on my 10 frame? 10. And you know that because you know there are 10 spaces, and that means if every space has a circle, we have 10. Now today, your homework is writing your name, and then I want you to either put your letters together, all of them if you can, or your numbers, or both if you want to get really good at it. And then I want you to look around your house, and I've been noticing a lot of people still have trouble figuring out which ones are rectangles and which are squares. I would like you to look for rectangles. Look and see if you can find a shape that has square corners. That means they're pointed, and it has straight lines on all 4 sides, and 2 sides are longer and 2 sides are shorter. Look for rectangles around your house, and if you find any, I'd love to see pictures of them on Class Dojo. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.